Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, number 42, Murtala Mohammed International Airport Road. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing great. It's a cold Thursday morning. It's always been cold every morning nowadays. I hope you had a good cup of coffee and you're ready to to listen to the headlines and hear what Nigerians are talking about. Let's start because we have so much to talk about as always. Now we'll begin with the Vanguard newspaper this morning. I'll take just one headline from the Vanguard and then we'll go to Punch and back to the Vanguard and other papers. So 114% salary increase. Rising minimum wage for poor workers should come first. Seme Oseni, you get the story on the Vanguard newspaper. It says that 114 salary increase, rising minimum wage for poor workers should come first, says Seme Oseni. And now we'll move to the Punch newspaper. Board dissolution, 2,000 vacancies open for APC faithfuls, Tinubu's allies. Labor fumes as RMFAC hikes politicians' salaries. Lagos rice value chain created 2,220 jobs, says Sanwo-Olu. Also on the Punch newspaper, natural gas 400 cheaper than petrol, says marketers. Outgoing service chiefs hand over Friday. Now to the Vanguard this morning, 2023. Stay clear of more borrowing. DMO caution federal government. You get a story on the Vanguard newspaper. Federal government okays reopening of Seme border for vehicle importation. And then also from the Vanguard, Tinubu Tribunal, Tinubu INEC kick as Peter Obi tender total PVCs in 32 states. Okay, the story is there on the Vanguard. And will pay 40,000 naira daily. Rescued Anambra sex workers allege. We pay 40,000 naira daily. Rescued Anambra sex workers, sex slaves allege. Okay, they're sex slaves, not workers. Also on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, Abia community cries out for help as erosion destroys two-story buildings. The details is on the Punch newspaper. Now to the Daily Trust this morning. Tinubu's big economic decisions are being noticed globally, says UK envoy. Get a story on Daily Trust. I was deceived on Cross River staff strength, says Governor Otu. And also here from the Daily Trust, ROMAF, why we approve 114% salary increase for President, VP, governors, others in January. Okay, it's on the Daily Trust newspaper. And also here, subsidy removal, Naira devaluation hike, RAM price. Subsidy removal, Naira devaluation hike, RAM price. And 10 Nigerians, 15 other African startups get $4 million Google fund. And still on the Daily Trust newspaper, we have here that 14% salary hike for President, VP, governors, others, a proposal, says ROMAFC. And also Bawa remains in DSS custody 1 week after. Still on the Daily Trust this morning, 201 killed in Plateau in 5 months. You get all of that story on the Daily Trust newspaper. Now we move to the nation's papers this morning. Why we are holding a mefele. You get the story on the nation's newspaper. UK consider Nigeria a big opportunity after economic forum, says High Commissioner. Tinubu pushing for foreign direct investment in France, says Alake. Again, the story on the nations. Now to the Guardian this morning. It says here that proposed 114 pay rise for public officers complicates minimum wage negotiations. And the writer says president to earn 8 million naira monthly public officials pay too high, says Ozo Esion, and move to gang up against Nigerian workers, says NLC. TUC, we will review our demands in coming days. Another rider also says here that increase minimum wage to 60,000 naira. Economist urges the government. And now on The Guardian also, we have PEPC APM closes petition challenging Tinubu's victory. Court adjourns to July 14. Okay. Let's move to another story here on the Guardian newspaper. Freed inmates narrate 14 years prison experience for not cooperating with policemen. We have another story from The Guardian. I think the last one here says NOTAP establishes 64 IP transfer offices as policy saves Nigeria 140 billion naira. Now to the Sun newspaper, appointment seekers intensify lobby following Tinubu abroad. Okay, appointment seekers intensify lobby follow Tinubu abroad. Service chiefs, Afenifere, Lord Tinubu expresses optimism of improved security. A coal rise hits market as Sanwo-Olu launches further contracts for paddy supplies. And finally here from the Sun, cyber security expert others confronts INEC Tinubu with loads of electoral materials in Obi's petition. Now, these are your headlines this morning from all of the newspapers. I think I gave you 6 this morning. The Sun, the Vanguard, the Daily Trust, This Day, the Guardian newspaper. Okay. I didn't give you This Day newspaper today. Now, let's look at some of the hottest topic in the news this morning. I think if you follow the headlines, you already know what is very hot here, what a lot of people are talking about. So we'll get to it shortly, as I try to connect with Rufai to give some perspective to this story, give us some depth, some of these stories. Now, the story this morning, the hot topic this morning, without wasting time, it's on all of the newspapers. I think almost all the newspapers, they have this story. It says Labour fumes as ROMFAC hikes politician salaries. Also here, ROAFC approved 114 salary hike for President, VP, judges, others. Now, this story broke, I think, yesterday, and it has gotten a lot of traction, I tell you. Now, details of the story, it says here that the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, that's the ROMAFC, has announced a 114% hike in salaries of the President, Bola Tinubu, and the Vice. Good morning to you.
Morning, though. I'm coming on time today, but it's fine.
Yeah.
How's it going? How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great this morning. Okay. We've already started the conversation on this news that's making the rounds by ROMAFC that approves 114% salary hike for President, VP, judges, and others. Now, this has raised traction, but I saw something just now, another news from...
No, the story was not true. It was a recommendation. Saying that.
Daily Trust has just published that is 14% salary hike for President, VP, and
No. The story was out since yesterday. It's not now. Daily Trust is published.
No, the follow-up was just published now. The follow-up. If you will let me tell you, there's a follow-up to the story. Go ahead. Let me hear you. Go ahead.
Immediately, the story broke yesterday. There was an addendum to it. Immediately, around 9 p.m. yesterday, there was an addendum to it that Ramfac denied that story. So let us call it straight. Let us call it what it was. What happened in the meeting was that you had people that were talking about the fact that the last major salary review was done in 2007, and the fact that they needed to bump up salary according to modern day realities, and the estimate was going to be about 114%. There was no approval of any sort in the meeting. But you know what we say about media? People come and they say all sorts of things and stuff just to be able to get sensation. So the sensational part of the story was the fact that they have approved. No, they have not approved anything. It was just a recommendation. And the recommendation is incumbent on the president's approval. I think where a lot of Nigerians should raise dust is based now the president has approved, which are pretty much done based on the reality of that. Yesterday we talked about, the National Assembly allowances and all of that. And Nigerians are watching because you see, on the first of what's it called? You are going to be jacking up electricity tariffs on the 1st of July. That's going to be more hardship and suffering for Nigerians. And all of a sudden, we are hearing about recommendations. And people are right. Obviously, government is still negotiating with labor. They've not been able to give us palliative based on what is on ground. The pain is palpable for a lot of Nigerians. And this conversation comes out. That's why a lot of people are going all right. Ramsback is also defending it based on the current reality. But Ramsback has no right to be able to defend it in the first place. Because when you look at the current reality, people are suffering, people are in hardship, people are in pain. And you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot even bring up such recommendations at a time like this. It is totally an anathema to the pains and the suffering of people. And that is what is happening as regards that. So that story had been debunked and all of that. And that had been put to bed yesterday. I mean, I just wanted to correct that question.
That's what I was trying to tell you. But you didn't let me land. I was trying to tell you that it broke yesterday, but now it's been debunked.
Yeah, I let you land. I understand it, but I was just trying to put out a context.
No. Okay, let's move on to another story. There's another interesting story here that has to do with the Plateau state. The Plateau has been in the news. It's not new. About 101 killed in Plateau in 5 months. This that is happening in the Plateau state, that the problem has not been solved. Anytime I read the story, I'm pained because this is a shame on the country that such a thing is happening in Plateau state. And in 5 months, from the report here, we see that 201 have been killed and 27 attack in 7 local government areas in Plateau state. And the governor seems not to be able to handle the situation.
Sad reality is, I think we've talked about this Plateau for the option time. The government cannot do anything really. It is the federal government that needs to solve the problem of insecurity in Plateau. And I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the new service trips are going to say as regards this problem and how they're going to fix it. I've seen the governor come up many times to see how helpless he is. And really, when you look at it, he is helpless. Because you need a lot to go on in there. The governor too will do his part, yes, but when most of these matters are propelled by forces that are bigger than what is happening on ground, then it becomes a problem. It becomes a big problem. So the government should please try as much as possible to solve what is happening in Plateau. Because what is happening there is tantamount to carnage and chaos, and it is very bad what is happening there. What is happening there is so bad. Very, very bad.
It is. All I could do here is just to talk about it until the appropriate authorities would do something about it. We're hoping for the federal government. I think Amnesty International had called out the president on this matter.
Yeah.
The throw his weight on it. It's sad. Now, Bawa remains in DSS custody 1 week after. The story of Bawa has not been so much in the papers recently, but now it's in the papers here that it's been in DSS custody 1 week after he went to their custody. DSS is still there. It says here that the chairman of Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Bawa, is still in custody of the DSS State Service 1 week after he was suspended. Now I'm wondering, what is he doing there? Is he being grilled? Is it for 1 week? What is the discussion? I just wonder, what have they been trying to uncover that he's still there? Okay, I think we've lost connection with Rufai. I'll try to connect with him again and then get the conversation going. Now, to continue the story, he says that officials of the secret police have yet to make offense of the anti-graft agency boss public. It was learned that Bawa is still being grilled over his role in the current policy, in the current where's it? Okay.
The customer you are calling.
Okay, I couldn't get to him. I'm trying to connect with Rufai. Why giving the story? Okay, it says here that although officials of the secret police have yet to make offense of the embattled former anti-graft agency boss public, it was learned that Bawa is still being grilled over his role in the currency redesign. So it's all said that there are other issues he's been grilled on, but his role in the February cash crunch topped his issue. So we're still waiting to get more reason why he's still in the custody of the DSS for 1 week. But from where it stands now, this is the news making the round concerning Bawa. And also more news here making the rounds. We have some other interesting news that we'll be talking about shortly, but I will go on a short break, and when I return, we'll continue the conversation. Keep it here. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
Hello, Mary.
Trying to connect with you, but network seems to be good. Okay, good to have you now. Okay, before the call went off, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh. Really interesting this morning. Let me try again. Let me try. If I can't connect, we'll just move on, but I'll try this one more time, and let's see how it goes. Okay, hello.
Yeah, any better now, Mary?
Yeah, better, 100%.
Sorry, okay. This.
Okay, good. Now, I gave a story concerning Bawa still in detention, spending, I think, 5 days after, is still in detention with the DSS. That's the story I was given to you 1 week after, before the network went off. I don't know if you want to comment on that.
Yes, let me comment on that quickly. I broke it down for you yesterday as regards rules with the DSS. And pretty much that's the way it rules. They get those orders to keep you from the magistrate. It's already pre-signed. They just put the date out there. If your lawyers ask for it, they'll show you. The question is, what is Bawa being investigated for? When will this investigation end? When will he be charged to courts? And you see, that was what I was talking about in Definitely yesterday. The fundamental human rights. You see, let's not start a time in our country where we get very high because we want to, discipline people, and we make their life beautiful, and we don't get anything out of it. Let's be very methodical. I beg a lot of people in our approach to things. Let's be very, very methodical, and let's follow the law. And I keep saying this because, see, when you are in power and you do it to other people, it is sweet, you enjoy it. But when they do it to you in return, please do not complain. Because I was in a meeting yesterday with somebody, and the person was telling me the treatment somebody got when Magu was the FCC chairman. How Magu did a lot. They couldn't find anything against that person. But you know how the case is run. It was that same treatment Magu himself got. And in the end, all of these things just become trial by media. And we don't get to the substance of the matter. We don't get to the true logic behind the matter. So we wait on the DSS to tell us what they found from their investigation, to tell us the leads, and charge the man to court. That's all we're saying. Respect the man's fundamental human rights. Whatever has gone wrong, whatever you may have against the man, Bawa, he has fundamental human rights. And that cannot be denied. Just like every human being has fundamental human rights. And our law says you are innocent until you are proven guilty. And the proven guilty means by competent courts. It's not that you are proven guilty once DSS or EFCC calls you up or arrests you. So it's as simple as ABC. Let the law take its course. And please, whatever they do, charge him to court on time. And let us see a reasonable conclusion. Hope it's not going to be a case that we'll just see and it's going to be like one of the ugly cases again. That's just all we call for every time. The rule of law should be respected.
Yeah, now before we let you go, I would like you to respond to this quickly. It's about the federal government OK's reopening of Seme border for vehicle importation. Now, this, for some people, it's good news. For other people, it says that the federal government shouldn't have done this so soon. The Director of Road Transport in the Ministry of Transportation, Ibrahim Musa, yesterday said the federal government has approved the reopening of the Seme border for the importation of vehicles. This is the latest development. What are your thoughts?
So I have mixed reactions to that. Yeah, we are opening the border after shutting the border for a while. But we're opening the border for vehicles. I thought we were supposed to promote local production of vehicles in Nigeria so that people can get jobs. I thought now that we needed CNG cars, we were supposed to support the likes of Innocent and some other car makers in Nigeria. So what is our auto policy now that we're opening the border for people to bring in cars? What is also our auto policy? That's another part in my head I'm asking. So my conversation as regards that is going to be very nuanced.
Let's see how that pans out. Maybe very soon other people, we can also import rice since we want to import vehicle. Maybe rice and other things will come from the border too, from Seme border. Because as you let vehicles enter, other things are going to enter. So
reduce cost of things. I mean, let's see how it goes. But you see, the problem with us, we go one step forward and go 15 steps backward. And we can't build a country this way.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you so much, Rufai. I need to go for a commercial break. And after that, we'll come back and open the phone lines. Keep it here. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. We'll go for a quick break, a short one, and we'll be back after this.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort. The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and Coldberry ice cream, delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and Coldberry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1, Romeo's Pizza and Coldberry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
You're listening to the Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I have Obed Awede on the line with me this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, good to hear from you this morning.
Thank you so much.
Okay, great. We have a clear signal. That's great. Now, I would like to get your own perspective on this issue that has trended since yesterday, the salary increase of politicians, vice president, president, and some other government officials. It was trending. Even on my way to work, people were talking about it. But later on, it was published that it's just a proposal, that the ROMAFC, it was just a proposal and nothing of such. That is not a real news. It's a fake news. It's just a proposal. I'd like to get some perspective into that.
Yes, I think the ROMAFC, the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission, has a duty to fix salaries, especially of political office holders and the rest. And its argument is that they have not increased salaries for a while. And because of that, they had a schedule that from January this year, 2023, that salaries will be increased. What I find very interesting is that they are making this announcement at this point. In January, when Buhari was president, they didn't make the announcement. It was to take effect from January. They didn't make the announcement during that period. Why would they have the audacity? And, at this point when Nigerians are going through tremendous pain, and people are looking at the Tinubu slogan of renewed hope as renewed shaggy throughout last week is what I've been saying on social media. He said you guys are not saying that it's renewed shaggy. The price of dollars has gone up to 800 now. Now that is. You are seeing that the increased cost is coming from acquiring dollar, people who are manufacturing, people who need to make foreign transactions, and the rest of them. And of course, we know what's happening regarding fuel. Landing cost has gone up, so it's likely that we're going to see fuel eat something like 600, 700 naira in the next few weeks or months. And then you also have on the side, electricity tariff going up. So it's quite insensitive. I was thinking that having done what the president did, which was announce the removal of subsidy, that the meeting he held with the National Economic Council and the rest of them would have been to tell them that they should have some bit of sobriety in the way they run government systems and also in their own attitude to spending at the government level. But apparently that message has not been put out. So you find that all of them, they are still carrying on like, we now have more money coming in because we have taken off subsidy. So let's have a good time. Even when we know that they've been having good times anyway. The allowance is a lot higher than what they call collective salary. What they also do in terms of contract manipulations and the rest of them is a lot more. We don't even go into that. There's nobody that has left government office in this country as governor or minister that has not had one or two cases of multi-millionaire or billionaire contracts or allegations around them. So it's really disheartening that we are seeing kind of thing at this point. The only expectation is that the president would, when he comes back over the weekend on Saturday, they say that he should call these guys together and say, look,
we have to show that we are making sacrifices. He needs to do that. Call the RMAFC. Look, put a stop to that. Call the governors. Let us take a message out and they say cut salaries and allowances and they say cut our convoys. And I saw the convoy of the senior president, Akpabio. Very, 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 very triumphant. You know, long convoy was celebrating like he now has a conquer people. That is not the kind of move people are. People are going through tremendous pain. The country is quiet because people are tired. They don't go out to protest, and they're looking at what will happen. They are giving the government the benefit of doubt. That perhaps let's give them some time. They will get their house together and they will get certain things. But if it's something like this, I will find that the government is insensitive. You never know what will happen in this country. It may just be a social crisis. What have we had during the answers?
Thank you so much. I'm just laughing because this news has got many people like the audacity to even bring it out at this time. To even say it's a proposal with every.
Honestly, it's actually real audacity. You know what they say is for proposal. It makes it look as if it has to go through some approval at the National Assembly or whatever and so on. The RMAFC has that as part of the statutory responsibilities to look at salaries and they say adjust them. So when they come and not me and after to say, okay, oh no, let's just say it's a proposal. Is it something they do on a regular basis and then they just effect it and the thing goes through the mill and they start paying and collecting the money for themselves. But the themselves should be really ashamed now. The guys they collect hundreds of millions of naira every year, running to billions for their personal comfort, for contracts and the rest of them, and they still want to have that salary increase. You know, that is really shameful. It's shameful. I pray they know what they are doing because honestly, nobody has in a position to say, look, you cannot lose anything. At this stage, people are going through pain, tremendous pain. There are no smiling faces on the street. None. I've not seen a single one. None.
You know why the apprehension? People still feel that it might not be a proposal as it said here. Remember when the devaluation of the naira, the news broke, CBN came out to say no, there was nothing like that. It was fake news, and Daily Trust that published the story said they stand by their story. After some days, we saw that the naira was floated. So when you get news like that, most Nigerians are like, "Are you sure we should look at this properly? It might not be what is being said."
Yes. Yes, honestly, I don't think there's anything fake about that story at all, and I don't think it's a problem in that sense. I think it's something they're going to do. The only thing is that the president actually applied the bill because everyone is giving him the benefit of the doubt at this moment. Say, okay, fine, you replace petrol prices, you say remove subsidy, you are removing subsidies on everything, including electricity. Okay, fine. Now let us see what you are doing. 3 weeks are going to 4 weeks now. The appointment. People are waiting that class when he comes back, he will say, look, call his people together and say, oh boy, let me say they do things are a lot worse. But these guys are on the other side, they don't see what's happening here. They look at the figures that come. People come from this British ambassador will come, oh, wonderful program you are doing, wonderful thing you are doing, and they don't have a real touch with the people in the country. If they have a real touch, they will know that they ought to call themselves, come together, the Governors Forum, the National Economic Council, with the President and the rest, and sit and say, we have to cut our allowances.
Thank you so much, Obed Awede. It's always a pleasure speaking with you. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. We've been speaking with Obed Awede, Chairman, Editorial Board, Politics Now newspaper. Now the phone lines are open for you to call in 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary.
Good morning, Chief. Is this Chief Aloy?
Good morning, Mary. Chief Aloy from Norfolk.
Okay, well, welcome to the
Mary, see, every time when we talk, then go there, talk, people they talk, then they do this. Even some people, you know, they like to feed their corn because of comment. But the person when they're hungry, you know, say, hungry man is an angry man. When somebody they're hungry, if you, when you match and say, okay, sorry, okay, go tell you, put out because it carry hungry for body. See, this is our government. No one when they go for ourselves. So they go there for personal interest. Now, people when they pay 30,000 a month is 30,000, 1,000 a day. Person when they go off Ikoyi, they give them 30,000. As I yesterday where they go, and 1,500 from Ocho to Taja. Then what can that 30,000 do? Now from Mafluk now to go to the 400 naira now at 200, 150. All these people when they say they don't remove subsidy. They tell us we want put them for one place. I think if you watch now, you can see area when they put our money. Now they increase our salary, the dog, the hanger, the rug. They put salary for all of them. Increase salary. But poor people when they cry since they don't want to live. You know when the one from Parega they talk. They go say the man they talk. If they talk every time only in there. See all these things when they happen now, it's really good. Now we saw poor people, they go vote. They tie the clock to go vote. The person will win now, first something. One of the first achievements now is to increase their salary.
Thank you. Thank you.
House allowance, this allowance. Okay, Mary, I don't tire. That's why I know the call. Thank you. God bless you. Bless Nigeria.
Yeah, thank you, Chief Alo. 0700 903 903 903 is the number. 0700 903 903 903. You can also send a WhatsApp message to us. Hello, turn down the volume on your radio set.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. Welcome.
Ikan, calling you from
Mr. Ikan. Go ahead, sir.
It has been a while. I just decided to be listening to other people.
Yeah.
Mary, my concern this morning is about the killing in Plateau State. And you know, I've always talked about this killing. Nigeria is not at war. We are not fighting anybody. But why should Nigeria be slaughtering another Nigerian in Nigeria? And the government agencies, the police, the army, the DSS and all that, I'll keep on watching while more lives are being continued to lost. You know, I am not too happy about this government because why? They said he will continue where the former president stopped. And he came to deceive Nigeria by saying we need hope. Remember in 2015, these people came into power through deceit, lies, and propaganda. And they started again this time around. Well, let us continue to watch and see. Because I don't believe anybody that means well for Nigerians will come and then even though you are now saying that it is not true, the people, whatever they are behind it, they never increase their salary or whatever. But I want to tell you that that matter might be true. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. There's no opposition. If you want to talk, you will raise the red flag that we shouldn't talk, we shouldn't go there, we shouldn't come here, we shouldn't do that. How can we continue in a country like this? That everything just goes on the favor of the rich people, the politicians and all that. Where is the promise that once they get into power, things will normalize and all this? How much is a lot at this time? The dollars is as high as 700 and something. And how will the people continue to cope? The price of fuel is also increased when they remove the subsidy. They remove the subsidy so that they can increase their money in all this kind of something. It is not fair. Once again, Mary, the stealing in Plateau, they should do something about it.
Thank you.
It is not fair. And I know that at the end, Nigeria will compete. Thank you. Yeah, I'm another. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 0700 903 903 903. Let me take some of the messages we have here. Lugat from Benin says, good morning, Mary and VOP people. See whether it was a recommendation for 114% or 14% salary increment for president or other people announced. It is all fraud. How much is minimum wage for God's sake? The poor are getting poorer because it is their poor resources that is sustaining the affluent lifestyle of the already rich people in government. It is so sad. As for the insecurity in Plateau State and other parts of Nigeria, it is a failure of the government of the day because they just transited from one person to another. still wearing the same uniform. So don't expect insecurity to end soon. I pray that God will continue to protect his people. Thanks and God bless you. Dugat from Benin, thank you for your message. Another one here. This is quite long. Adegboyega Adedeji says Mr. Bawa's case, the former EFCC boss will not be different from how his predecessor was injected or removed from the same seat as EFCC boss. I think Nigerians should understand how politicians play their games. If you look back on how EFCC bosses are removed and replaced, it's through one allegation or the other, and after removing them, they try them in media court because politicians know it will gladden the heart of Nigerians as if they are fighting corruption, but it's not true. They just want to position their own person of interest in that position. Mr. Bawa, like Margot, will not be taken to court till the matter stop having media focus. Thank you. The message is quite long. Next time, just try and make it short so that I could take other messages. Another one here says, good morning, Mary. My name is Chukwudi. It is better they stop the proposal. This set of politicians are jokers. They are living a flamboyant life on the poor citizens of Nigeria. What is this? How about Labour LP Vice that rejected the allowance just for the sake of poor masses? This very present set of politicians will make this country dry if they continue like this. We are watching. Okay, thank you so much for your message. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ben. Go ahead.
How was your night?
Was good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Concerning opening border for imported vehicles.
Yes.
I know that the vehicles we have here now, we cannot fuel it. So people are selling their vehicles, putting their vehicles for sale. So what matters is that they will be importing rice now. Rice will be entering through border, food stores. There's one customs not to disturb people that carry food stores. That is one thing the new custom controller now should warn his men, because what they do is that they carry this rice and go and sell it. They even go and break warehouse and carry rice. Break people shop, carry rice and go and sell auction. That is what they do. Their wives are selling food stores. They should remove all these ones, all these customs that are in the borders, DSS, police, remove them, bring new ones. All these vehicles that are entering now, all of them are carrying rice. You see rice is lower than 20,000 naira, a bag of rice. Now, if government put eyes on this thing, and also they should want state governors to remove all their men on the ways, highways, that are disturbing vehicles, trucks that carry food stores. They pay through their nose. And this makes food stores to be very expensive. They use sharp objects to block vehicles. Every state, they have their own aburu, their political thugs. They build a uniform, call them task force. They ask for emblem money, ask for this. Even police, because they should stop disturbing vehicles that carry food stores. And the legislators we are talking of their money, we are because of their problem, because they spend about 3 billion for a senator to be made. So if they are talking of pay rise, we should not cry. We have collected money from them. They want to recoup their money. I'm telling you the truth.
Thank you, Mr. Ben. It's vehicles that they said, second vehicles that they've opened the Seme border for is vehicles, but the rice, I don't know, but vehicles, yes.
We carry rice. We carry rice. Some of them will be carrying food.
Thank you. Let's see how that pans out. Thank you so much, Mr. Ben. Okay, we have another caller here. Hello, good morning. The network isn't good at all. Sorry, I have to let you go. The network isn't good. So sorry. Please try again. Maybe it will be better. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Turn down the volume on your radio set.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Great. What's your name?
Good morning to you all.
Good morning. Good morning to you, sir. What's your name and location?
I'm Mr. Matthew from Checkpoint,
okay.
Badagry Expressway.
Mr. Matthew, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I'm observing in the situation of this country is that I discovered that nobody ever thought of profiling solution to what is coming out to say Nigeria corruption is not good, corruption is this and that. But what do we do for this law to implement itself. What do I mean by implementing itself? We are in a situation whereby nobody is there, and the law will still catch up with you. That is what I mean. So in the context of this country, nobody ever asks, how does America combat the issue of issuing a license for everyone to carry gun? We are also very mature people in this country. But somebody will say, if we do it, we will laugh. It is not. Everyone should be licensed to carry gun. And all this rubbish on the way, we stop. You can imagine this coming out. Where is your number? You pack. Just collect money anyhow.
What are you responding to? Hello.
What I'm saying is, what I'm talking about is that they should license everybody to have gun.
That's not the discussion. Can we get back to the discussion? Yes. The one that the topics. Yes. Because
okay, I will do that next. Yes.
My goodness.
Thank you.
Thank you. My goodness. You move from the topic at hand to another one entirely. Let's try to remain on what we are talking about. We're talking about everybody should be allowed to carry. That's not our discussion. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. My name is Adama.
Oh, it's been a long time. Welcome to the program. Go ahead.
I'm going to keep my call now. My own contribution is about the 140% improvement of from our president and the other senator salary. And when I look at it, that is only the salary. For heart allowance, even allowance, security allowance, maintenance fee, no inside. When it's collected, how much is meant for Nigeria? What I'm trying to say is that make this country, make our government, make they remember poor people. Because poor people are dying. Look at the situation of Nigeria to 10 points to increase their salary to 140% improvement. So make them fear God, make them remember that one day everybody must do this test. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. But according to the report that we have, it's been said that it's a proposal. So it has not been approved yet. It's a proposal that maybe it will be approved or not. Hello, good morning.
Very good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Peter Monse from Shumbo.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, sir.
I pray we receive the proposal. And I pray that their denial should be the truth, that they deny it, that it's a fake news. I pray it's fake news. But I want to ask, if tomorrow we discover that it is not a fake news, what are we going to do? Will we come on the radio? Some will say, no, it's okay, let them do it. Some will say, it's not okay. We will just be battling ourselves, dragging ourselves up and down. Then Rufai said something, that we take 5 steps forward and take 15 backward. Why is it like that? Is it a normal society that behaves that way? And then all the time we have been why is it that when we talk, the more we talk, the worse situations become? Tell me anything that has improved because we talk. Let us see anything that the government has said, okay, we had Nigerians saying this, so because of that, we have reversed this decision. So we had Nigerians complaining about it. You will just see another Nigeria coming now to call us lamentators. Some will call us wailers. Some will call us complainers. And sometimes I just say those are the people that are benefiting from this awkward situation that we are finding ourselves. Now, I don't know what the law says about DSS holding somebody for as long as they want to hold. They'll just go to a customary court and then or magistrate court and collect an order to keep somebody. What is the global best practice when you are accusing somebody and you want to arrest? What do they do in other parts of the world? Do they finish investigation before they arrest? Or do they arrest first and keep before they start investigation? I don't know whether what is happening in Nigeria is power drunkenness or it is just a power rascality that people, because they hold the weapons of mass destruction, they can do anything and say nobody will do anything. After all, they will come on the radio and shout. Maybe we shouted and talk, Buhari has finished 8 years. What has happened? Is anybody being held from his cabinet to come account for all that they have been accused of? We don't know. Maybe God will help Nigerians to survive. Sometimes I just feel while talking, but just to empty my mind, just to clear my heart, I just talk. Yes, they cannot respond to us. I always say this, that they will respond to God, because there is no way they will escape the judgment of God. Everybody will die one day. The Bible says it is appointed unto man once to die, and after that the judgment. All of us will escape the judgment, and you will pay for what you have done with the life God has given you here on earth. Let me stop there. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Peter Monson. Now let's take some messages here from WhatsApp. This one is saying, my name is Victor from Itire. I'm happy for the approval of the border. The border to open is a welcome development. Thank you, Victor, for your message. Let's see if we have some on YouTube. Let's see. Okay, we have one here from Kola Wole or Larry. What you said? Good morning, Mary. Always excited to come to your program. You're doing a great job. Okay, thank you. He said Nigeria is just an organized. Okay. The citizens are dying while the powerful at the corridor of power are enjoying. Too bad. Thank you. Okay, this one says from Destiny. Chino Gorum said, Mary, it's not a fake news, or they are just trying to calm the situation down. Okay, thank you for your message. Okay, Mama Obasuyi says, good morning, Mary. Opening borders for vehicle is not the solution to Nigerians' problem. Government are not thinking straight. Open the border for food and not vehicle, please. Okay, Mama Basui, thank you so much for your contribution this morning. My time here is up. I want to say a big thank you to you for being part of the program. I appreciate you, all your messages, your calls, contribution. Thank you. My name is Mary Onaife Adebi. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm there at Mary Media. MERRY Media. I'll be here again tomorrow, hopefully for the Friday edition of the program. Do have yourself a lovely day. Coming up next at 8 o'clock is Oge Indi Igbo. It's another interesting program. If you understand Igbo, you should listen to that program. Quite interesting. Keep it here.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?